called sin, number one, is the mental incapacitation that doesn't allow men to separate themselves from, allow men to identify with God and know what is even called sin and know different levels of sin. What is called the incapacitation, the mental incapacitation, the ignorance. Men to know that Satan functions from the place of ignorance that make men to take things for granted. Please let me ask you to listen. How can somebody not die when he doesn't know the consequences of his actions? Allow me to tell you something in 1 minute. Something is called what? Consequences. Now it will take prophetic for you to know what is called please, there are expensive learnings. They are what? That is why there are things we can't teach. You have to know it. You have to know it on your own. Excuse me. It is not possible for ordinary teaching to make you immortal. You did something in the afternoon and in the evening, in the night it's recorded. It appeared in the realm. And you say, oh, okay, this is what I did in the afternoon. It's recording this. You know it has recorded. You are blessed. I say it's what? You're blessed by knowing. Excuse me, it is not somebody knowing for you. There is no human being that died that lacked sight, that didn't lack sight, that particular sight. Let me help you with this. If you don't know separation of holiness and sin, you cannot know how to live. I say you cannot know how to live. Before you know that this thing is wrong, you know it is wrong. So when you are doing that, no, it is wrong, you know that this thing is wrong. And this is the consequences. Then that is called blessedness. That this thing is going to open this so and so door. What I say it will do? You know that this thing will open the door of life for you. This thing will open the door of prosperity for you. This thing will open the negative door of poverty for you. This thing will open the negative door of death for you. You know that the door actions opens. It's a great miracle. Now, it will not be difficult for you to know when somebody is about to die. As I'm talking to you, shepherd, you cannot hide your destiny from me. I will interpret it from your actions. Sometimes beyond action, nature. So if death must kill any man, if a man must be poor, there must be something the man provided for any spirit to help. Any spirit that must help you, you must provide something for that spirit, negative or positive. If sugar gather, will you worry about killing ants? That's how it is. So somebody said the man died or the family is suffering. Is there not idiotism? Do we hold God responsible? Do we hold God responsible for the actions of men? Africans they said the other day that apart from India, Nigeria is the nation that have the largest number of houses in Dubai. I've said it already. And I know that up to 70 or 80% of that house in Dubai is owned by politicians. How can a country like that develop? Why Indians bought those houses in Dubai and Nigeria is because they are cowards. They are cowards that hate their countries. They are selfish cowards. Now, is it not why this country is like this? Huh? Until, because the houses they bought in Dubai, it's like the money they threw away. It is possible for 50% of those houses to be lost. Huh? Some of them will die, and they don't know, without their family know that they have the houses, and so they will reclaim it. Somebody was telling me about how some people we didn't pay for house rent for a house in 13 years. Huh? More in London. People live in house and they don't pay house rent because the owners of those houses bought the houses and the family doesn't know and they died. So the people are living there and nobody's asking them for house rent 13 years. That's how shameful people can be. They lost their life to secure a house, and then they die without living in the house. So if we want to destroy the activities of the angel of death, we should close the gates. I said we should. We should close the gates of sin, close the gate of iniquity. I'm not talking about being perfect. I am talking about you take away your life from things that are capital. Rebellion. Altars of iniquity. That is bringing me to an expression. Please, for distant audience, hear me. Hear me. Your humanity needed some bend to make you keep on staying here. But you must manage it. It might be that there's a way your tongue is folded to lie. What I mean is that it will be impossible for you on this earth for you to say, make a sentence without lying, because your tongue is like that. Now this is the redemption. Discover as quickly as possible that you have that kind of tongue, and when you want to lie, just say, I am about to lie. I'm about to lie. I can't help myself. But oh God, I don't know why I'm still lying. Somebody's blessed abundantly. Somebody's blessed abundantly. Somebody's blessed abundantly. Now, if that person have a lying tongue, learn to manage. You have to manage lying. You have to confess. Not to people all the time, to yourself and God, privately. Lord, you know I can't with lying tongue. I forgive me. And then somebody came outside and said, why do you like lying? He said, my sister, no problem. He said, that is what is helping me to be here. That's what is helping me to be here. You have discovered that you are a liar. Now, that lying will not be dangerous to you anymore. When you discover it and then you're fighting it. then when you are fighting it, it reduces. That does not mean you will stop lying completely. But when you're about to lie, you say, I'm here again. What is this now? Because it is the blood and water that make you human. That make you human. But then it has to reduce. This is why what I'm trying to tell you a secret. Jesus had blood and water and was still perfect. Let me stop it that way. With blood and water, he accomplished the messianism of the suffering servant. With blood and water, he rose from the grave. It's a high knowledge, but God can be represented by those in bondage. Nothing angers God to incarcerate his people. I said, nothing provokes God to incarcerated people cannot fulfill purpose. I said, incarcerated people cannot. No, incarcerated people cannot fulfill the purpose of God. Now, the greatest enemies of God on earth are those who keep God's people in bondage. Why God is looking steady at Tinubu? It is because Tinubu does not know. He just thinks he's another president. He doesn't know the level of pain God's people are passing through. And those pain will get back to him. That because somebody is not a president does not mean that he doesn't have voice. God cares about Nigerians. And Nigerians must not be taken for granted. Let me say again, I say God cares. He cares about the poor in Nigeria. He cares about their going to school. He cares about their way, about their welfare. He wanted to be cared for. He doesn't want people to be subjected to bondage, because those who are in bondage cannot serve God. In 3 of the book of Exodus, God said to Moses, he said, go and say to Pharaoh, he has to let my people go so that they can serve me, because they cannot serve God in the house of bondage. You are hearing me. There are so many things you want to do for God. Synod is coming. Is in your mind